I think the issue is they're not whacking enough. There's this concept in private equity when you get a bankrupt company and you go in there, you cut 20% more than your initial read. And then you find like a pool of mercury, the organization gels back together again. Always cut deeper, harder when there's fat and waste. The FAA, it's not the people. The code is cobalt. It's from the 60s. It needs CapEx put into it for the technology to be upgraded to make it safer. Fat like a chicken. All of these agencies are like big fat chickens dripping over barbecues of fat. This is the best barbecue I've ever seen, but I don't think it's happening fast enough. They're not cutting enough. Keep slashing, keep hacking while you have a 24-month mandate before the midterms. Cut, 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 cut. More cutting. Believe me, it's going to work out just great. Everybody should be happy.
People with the nuclear codes, cut them too.
Cut everything. Because if you don't see what they're doing and they can't show you that they're adding value, you whack.
Yeah, you whack.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that woman?
None
What kind of a question is
that? Ever been in the they have no clue how companies work. No clue. Right. Hiring and firing and reorganizing what it looks like. No clue. Oh, they fired all the nuclear codes, so we were all exposed. This ridiculous argument they keep making over the last couple days.
Right. Meanwhile, the guy who had the nuclear codes didn't know where he was most of the time. So save us your screaming about nuclear codes. The guy that was in charge for 4 years.
Stuff.
Yeah, the guy who was in charge for 4 years couldn't spell nuclear code.
What were we going to say, Vin?
I was going to say that this is a ridiculous comment, an ignorant comment, and I love Mr. Wonderful. He's spot on. Anybody, by the way, you don't have to go into a bankrupt company. You want to look at a company and try and fix it, which I've done for 20 years. That's the first thing you do. You start looking at where the waste is. Sure. You start looking at where the efficiencies are. You start doing exactly what they're doing. And hey, I got something to remind everybody of. They don't have all of our personal data. They have view-only stuff. This is the Treasury Secretary pointed it out pretty well. They're not pulling out our stuff. They're pulling out information they can view only and making recommendations to get it cut. And when Trump approves that, they cut it. End of story.